discussion of off air. The fact Genesis that is their whole namesake. There's nothing else there. Service there by Evie Dart. Going to assume the sister of Bella Dart. With the ace, the freshman. Dart's service again. This time it'll be returned. Played tightly into the net. I'll go back a little too close with net contact. And go
nice
back
little run here.
To the Warriors. Exactly right, Coach. They were down by as many as 8. They've cut it down to 5. Dart's serve. Hit it. Oh, it's 5.
Oh, wow. Here we go.
Abby Langford, the sophomore with the service, tried to ride the sideline. That one just out. Makes it 16-10. 6-point advantage for Indy Genesis. And it will be Sarah Lorrimore serving for Indy Genesis. All the way on the end line there. And that was airmailed. 16-11. Door still very much open for the Warriors here in this first game. Again, for those of you maybe joining your first volleyball broadcast, it is a best-of-5 set. Those first 4 games, all to 25, win by 2. Should it go to a deciding game 5, they'll play first to 15, win by 2. Play setting up there, Newport. She got it over the net. Counter shot. Got a paw on that, or 2 paws, I should say, to Nodder. That took a ride over the net for the Warriors. Now there's Indy Genesis. They just simply bump it over. Good movement and communication so far here by the Warriors in this particular rally. That's a hard spike that's blocked.
Well, there's confidence for you right there because that's a wall. And number 18, Sarah Brew.
Willow Smith also there. The 2 tag team to that block. And that's a statement point there to bring them back within 4.
Sarah Brew, a sister of Emery Brew, All-American, and Jackson Brew, the Brew family.
There you go. Katie Nodder's serve is received by Genesis. It's blocked again.
Holy smokes.
That time it was Hannah Crane in on it, along with Yetter, I believe.
You know,
makes it a 3-point game. See if they can ride this momentum wave. Setting up a little soft finesse shot. Read well. More dominance there by Brew, and Brew leads to another point. I don't think those are brews, Coach. They're brews. Brews for the Warriors. And a timeout taken by Indy Genesis as they're back within 2. We'll take one as well. 2-point game. Warriors sticking in it here in game number 1. You're watching Warrior TV, powered by Indiana SRN.
Burtner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment, whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
Welcome back to Lawrence Armory. Jimmy Cook alongside the coach, Keith Myers.
Sarah Brew has made an impact of this game. And, thank goodness she takes her athletic ability from her mom and not her dad.
She's helped bring the Warriors back within 2.
And I tell you what, I have to say that every game because She's more athletic than anybody.
They trailed by as many as 8. They're on a 10-2 run since that point. And that was a well-placed idea on that set shot by Buse, but just a little bit too much on it, wide of the mark, makes it a 1-point game. It's now a 9-2 run.
Yeah. Look at this.
That's a hard spike that just went out. A little bit too much mustard there by Newport, but the idea was strong.
Yeah, did you see the lead? I mean, the eye contact, finally, for the first time tonight, eye contact from every one of them.
Makes it 17-15. Service to Micaiah Shear. That just went in. Miscommunication on the back line by the Warriors. They all thought it was going out. I thought it was as it went over the net, but then it just kind of died and stopped right past the end line.
I think you got to take a step back instead of a step forward.
Yep. Walking by Coach Myers. Overhand serve. That one does go out. Fool me once.
Same on you.
18-16, back to a 2-point game. Serving is Belladart, the junior. Overhand serve. High arcing return. One hit to get it over. They just do, and a slight misplay there by Danny Newport, the sophomore. Just slightly out of position. 19-16.
Communication is a key. Mine, back away, let her hit it.
Well, they did rally back, but one of the biggest areas of, I don't want to say concern, but improvement that I saw from the JV team for a little bit that I watched was communication on the part of the Warriors. They weren't always being active in their communication, particularly important when you're responsible for a number of different zones and areas on defense.
That hit the floor, so it's a point for Covenant Christian.
That again was set up by the net play of the Warriors. Evie Dart that time making the impact and bringing them back within 2, 19-17. Danny Newport will serve. Overhand serve. Received on the back by Buse. That's a well-hit shot by Indy Genesis. Go outside to the Warriors. Block. Bounced off of the head of Dart, and it's gotten over by her sister Bella. That plays a soft finesse shot, and they could not get a paw on it. Well done there on that mover by Burke. She acted like she was going to jump up and spike it, and then just a soft little tap to keep that in play. Makes it a 3-point lead.
It's called a fake.
Finesse is the same thing.
Yes, good point.
Thank you.
I'm not going to be right tonight at all, I know.
That shot is just long.
Or strong. How about that?
I'm all for synonyms.
All right.
We actively support synonyms here on Indiana SRN.
Hey, we want to thank our producer, Riley. Good job. And Jerry, back home. Thanks, buddy.
Working 24/7, 365 is the Indiana SRN production crew.
I tell you what, all the things that has come, we got a timeout. 22-17 Indy Genesis, but let's keep it here because we could brag on our production team,
Absolutely.
Jimmy. I tell you what, with all the things that's going on, and we have not missed a beat, all the good things that we have done, and especially the production team, Riley and all the crew, Jerry. Some of the places that we're going are remote, and some of the places we will be in our studio. But they have done a great job, and hats off to Riley and Jerry, and we can't thank them enough. And we can't feed them enough pizza or give them enough Chick-fil-A for all the things they've done. And our broadcast team is very excited. We're up to 35 broadcasters now, and 4 web TVs and 6 internet radio with 3 being built for January. So we're going to be one of the sports leaders, as we always have been in Central Indiana.
Yeah, big tip of the cap to everybody involved, particularly when you look at the fact that I don't know that there's been any non-professional sporting events being broadcasted remotely other than Indiana SRN, which started this past week doing some soccer and volleyball broadcast remotely from the Indiana SRN studio. So tip of the cap to everybody involved. I know it hasn't been easy given how tumultuous, especially the high school sports landscape has been amid the COVID-19 pandemic, but nothing but high praise for them and getting us off and running. 22-18 your score. It's a 4-point advantage for Indy Genesis. A nice service that time by the Warriors. That was Willow Smith. Has 4 hits the call against Indy Genesis. Still an ace for her, yes?
Yes. Our stat lady will have that one for you.
Served by Smith. That's a soft play right in between defenders.
Ludlow. How about that? What is she, maybe 5'5"?
Getting up, showing the vertical.
Yeah.
Just take a brief seat. Should be subbed out for Paige Engelman. Service belongs to Jay Burks. Four-point advantage for Indy Genesis. Running jump serve is airmailed. 3-point game, 23-20.
Now that's I used to serve right there. Perfect.
It went out.
Yeah, it was always by the concession stand. I ran and got the
floor
ball.
Was good though.
Yeah, got a candy bar.
Got to run and get that ball though. Can't let everybody else go and grab the ball.
True.
Evie Dart's service played in front of the net. Diving to make a play there. Running at full force to make a play there was Buis. More net play. Shearer. That's in. Well struck.
Fouled the line.
Yetter tried to dive to keep it alive. She could not, and it's game point for Indy Genesis. Paige Engelman will serve it up.
Limited mistakes here.
The margin for error is 0 for the Warriors. Game point number 1 to Engelman. Chikamba keeps it alive for now. Her play in front of the net. Does that again. See if they can block it. They get a paw on it. Now Chikamba on the outside. It's blocked well by Lorimore, and that gives Indy Genesis game number 1, 25-20. We'll step away in between games. When we come back, we'll have game number 2 for you. You're watching Warriors TV, powered by Indy and SRN.
There's no greater anti-poverty measure than to give a person a job. That helps them start to change that trajectory.
Morales Group is a full-service staffing company that provides temporary labor in the Indianapolis, Central Indiana market.
It was a challenge that was given by my father. He wanted me to give back much more than I had been. Then I realized that when he said more, he wanted me to see how I could give more. And it wasn't just in money, but in time and in services. And that's how the Morales Group was created.
I started off at Morales Group as an intern. I interned for 3 years before going on full-time staff here. What I love most about Morales Group is that big family aspect. I come from a big family in Mexico, and since the company is continuously growing, I feel like there's always a new member of the family that I get to know.
We're willing to give. We're willing to serve others, and we're not expecting something in return.
Come talk to us. We would love to work with you.
Welcome back to the Lawrence Armory. In between games here. First game belongs to Indy Genesis over Covenant Christian 25-20. Coach, briefly before we step back away, what's the message in between both these huddles? Obviously a victorious one for Indy Genesis. For Covenant Christian, oh so close, but a couple unforced errors kind of cost you the game there.
Well, if you look at the Covenant sidelines, you see that the juniors and seniors are talking to the players. That's a good thing. Coaching staff is over by themselves. They're trying to do their plan. But this is great leadership, and that's what you want. I think turnovers. I mean, really, they got in a really big hole, and they couldn't get themselves out of it. They tried to rally out of it, just couldn't. Let's see what they can do on game 2.
And on the Indy Genesis side of things?
Continue to do what you're doing the best. Keep on attacking the ball, attack the ball, attack the ball.
We're going to step away. We come back. We'll have game number 2 for you. It's game 1. Indy Genesis owns 25-20. Back after this. You're watching Warrior TV, powered by Indy and SRN.
Life Centers offers love and compassion to all women and men who come through our 8 centers. The goal of this love and compassion is that we would not only save babies from abortion, but also transform lives and create families. The forms of this love and compassion are our services. All of our services are offered free of charge to our clients. To learn more about Life Centers, contact us at lifecenters.com or call us at 317-280-2635. Life Centers. We choose compassion.
Never miss a second of the action on Indiana SRN. Be sure to go to youtube.com and click that subscribe button after you search Indiana SRN so you never miss any of our broadcasts or games.
Or you could do what I do. So tomorrow morning when I get up at 5 o'clock to go to work.
You use an ink quill and you write it down on a piece of paper. So
I'll watch this game tomorrow morning at 5 o'clock in the morning.
There you go.
And, you got to do something when you're manning the parking lot for school and taking temperatures. So,
how's that been?
It's been really good, but I'll be commenting on the announcers, and, I know what I'm going to give myself.
That's
so
good.
You're working on it, D.
I appreciate that.
You're getting better. At least you didn't call it a basketball this week.
I haven't yet. It's early, though.
Yeah.
That's the coach, Keith Myers. I'm Jimmy Cook. Shouts to Riley Thomason, doing a great job as always.
How about our camera guy, Rookie?
The Rook?
The Rook. Nice job, Rookie. That's a crawl right there.
Yes?
Yeah, third generation of the crawls working for Indiana SRN.
Man.
Mom is probably watching at home, very proud of him.
Big time.
I know Dad is watching at home, proud of him.
Hats off to him. We should give a special shout-out to our production crew for sticking him right aligned with the net.
Alex Crawl.
Oh, man. Opening service of game number 2 belongs to Indy Genesis.
And you would do that.
I absolutely was going to.
Yeah.
110%.
Folks, you just got to come see us do this live. It's just a lot of fun.
It is a treat. Service belongs to Katie Notter. Got a couple nice serves in that first game. We forgot about our stat lady.
Oh, yeah. Deb Myers. Mask on. Very distant. Very, very she's about, 50 feet away from us and 50 feet away from the crowd?
We'll have to send Riley after game number 2 to get the full
rundown.
2-game outlook of what we've missed. All tied at 1. Nice block there in front of the net by Burks. It's kept alive, though, by the Warriors. We'll see a little counter action. And that paw, not enough that time by Burks. Good play by Newport. Makes it 2-1. And service belongs to Bella Dart.
She was one of the girls that was talking in the huddle, so let's see what she's got.
Expect that upperclassman leadership, an ace for her. Why not?
Set the example, right?
Couldn't ask for better work from an upperclassman going up there and serving up an ace. She'll take a couple dribbles. Overhand serve, received on the back line.
Oh, how about that?
Long.
That's shot. That's in.
Good concept, but just a bit long on the right side. That one's in the net. Overhead service by Newport. Counter attack by the Warriors finds the back corner. Nice, well-placed return shot there. Quick sub.
Quick start here for Covenant Christian.
And it came out swinging. Chicago briefly take a breather out of the rotation. Elizabeth Schaefer checks in. Had to think that was the main message in that Warrior huddle in between games. Good shot there by Burks. Makes it 5-3.
Newport tried her best to get there, just couldn't get there. Little late.
Yetter checks in.
You can tell this is the first game, or maybe the first couple of games for both of these teams. Combination, 25 turnovers for the game, for combined.
Man. Well, it is early season.
Yes, sir.
That shot just stays in. Beautifully done by Schaefer. 6-3. Largest lead of the match for the Warriors. Put that at 4. Now make it 5. 8-3. Warriors starting to drive a little bit.
Got a soccer update. Noblesville beat Carmel boys soccer 4-0. When's the last time Noblesville beat Carmel in soccer? That's an impressive win for the Millers.
Hats off to them. Play in front of the net. Initially contested, but ready for that was Indy Genesis. Warriors just a step better, though. 10-3 now, and a timeout's going to be taken by Indy Genesis.
This is a different Covenant team than what Game 1 was. Definitely.
We'll step out briefly. It's a 7-point lead for the Warriors, rolling on all cylinders in Game 2 on Indy and SRN.
Piper Group Warehouse has a strong commitment to their clients as their logistics provider. If you would like to discover how you can improve your service levels while lowering your overall cost, Piper Logistics Group can help. Call Greg Piper today at 317-396-3916. Piper Logistics Group.
Don't miss a second of the action of our Indy and SRN broadcasts. As Coach is doing right now, if you could only see him, just tap that subscribe button on YouTube. Search Indy and SRN on YouTube.com. Click subscribe and never miss an upcoming game. 10-3 your score. It's a 7-point advantage for the Warriors. They trail in this best-of-5 set 1-0, but well on their way to evening this thing up at a game apiece. Willow Smith, the junior, will have the service out of the timeout. And that was a fingertip by Sodrell. She couldn't make up her mind if she thought it was going to go out or not. She made contact with it. It's a point for the Warriors.
That's a large reach to get that ball.
Makes it 11-3. And that one's into the net. So control back to Indy Genesis.
Girls running to go get the ball. As we found a new rule today this year.
Yeah, you have to go chase down the ball. You can't have
line judges
any of the line judges or coaches go gather the ball, even though you might have been giving high fives to your coaches or fist bumps or what have you, but you can't make contact with the volleyball.
Line judges are there to line the judge.
That's all they're there for.
Yep.
Overhand serve by Dart.
Oh!
That's blocked again. Well played there by the Warriors.
Was that Nodder on the block there?
I believe it was.
Wow. She must get her athletic ability from her mom, too. Because Dad's right here watching the game on the camera.
That's a long shot. I think it just rode the back line. What a tough shot that time by Shear. A much-needed point for Indy Genesis. Lorimer's service in the net. 14-5. Set at the largest lead of the game and the match for Covenant Christian. Coach mentioned a totally different team here in game number 2. Schaefer's service misplayed initially and blocked the net. That will just get over but right out.
I'll tell you what, I thought Brew had a block.
So did I.
And I think she thought she had a block.
Give credit to Indy Genesis for sticking with that.
Yeah, good play.
Newport will come back in. Schaefer's service. That's a high arcer that just gets over the net. Warriors go outside with it. That took a bad ricochet. Just misplayed slightly by Lorimore.
Silly might be a little lower than some other gyms we're going to be in this year, but Still a pretty nice facility.
I still think it's higher than my roots, that being the original woodshed around Collie.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That gym, along with the original makeup of the likes of Bishop Chatard and Burbuff and Cardinal Ritter, those original gyms, very, very low. Timeout going to be taken. We will step away as well. 17-5 your score, 12-point advantage. All Warriors still here in game number 2, trying to even the series. You're watching Warrior TV, powered by Indy and SRN.
Our family has been very happy working with Wallflower Pictures.
Because they make sure that I get the acting skills that I need in this industry and the education that I need.
Wallflower Pictures supports UV's journey in the industry. They're very passionate about his work, and they're very professional and attentive to our needs.
And I truly believe in the projects I've worked on, like For the Boys and The Walk.
We love working with Wallflower Pictures.
Don't miss a second of the action. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Give it a couple good taps. YouTube.com/IndianaSRN. Click subscribe and never miss an upcoming game. Back to live action here at the Lawrence Armory. It's an ace service by Elizabeth Schaefer. Man, coming to Christian really cooking now. A dominant performance so far here in game 2.
The other thing we would like you to do is follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN.
And Coach, these are trying times where we want to get as many teams proper airtime as possible. If somebody wanted to, perhaps expand the efforts of Indiana SRN, how would they go about doing that?
Send me an email, coach@indianasrn.org. We'll fit you into our schedule. We promise. I know everybody wants to watch and everybody wants to listen, so give us a shout-out, and we'll get you in our schedule.
Especially with limitations on number of fans and attendance, that kind of thing. One of the only ways you might be able to catch the game is via radio broadcast or via one of our TV broadcast,
and it's priced right, folks.
Be sure to give Coach a shout. Take good care of you. Shear's service is initially misplayed on that first return by Newport. Good recovery, though, but they could not get it over in 3 as the last hit ricocheted out of bounds, make it 18-8. I believe it was 18-6, a lead as many as 12. Darts there, and that's just beautifully struck and played by Burke. She had that lined up to a tee.
She knew
from the minute Dart made contact.
Yeah, she knew exactly where that ball was going. She knew that the hole was there, and she just played aggressively.
No hesitation there. 18-9. Deficit back to single digits. Shear's service. Darts there that time. Soft finesse shot. Good diving effort, though, on the back line by Ludlow, but a tad too late.
A little disappointed on our official. Our official could have caught that ball, I think, off the ladder.
Don't know what he was thinking.
Yep.
Put your body on the line. Katie Nodder serving with a 10-point lead in pocket. The junior receives those last instructions. Overhand serve. Good play in front of the net. Again, that time it's Brew. Not booze, but brews from the Warriors.
Brew, baby.
Nodder, overhand service. Indy Genesis goes outside to Burke. Soft touch shot to hit the antenna.
Yep.
Point to the Warriors.
Eagle eye on the official.
Nodder, overhand service. Good diving return. Here come the Warriors. Brew, well placed. And that's just going to get over the net, but a good eye there to track it by Crane. Can't get over the turnaround we've seen from the Warriors game 1 to game 2. It's night and day.
Yeah, it is. It's like, what did she say in the huddle?
You have to ask Coach Binky afterwards. Or perhaps we'll keep that close to the chest as well. That one just initially misplayed by Lorimore. 23-9, 2 points away from game 2 and evening us at a game apiece.
We could be in for a long night.
That's a long shot. by Buse, but a little bit too much attitude with it.
Update from Mount Vernon. Heritage Christian down 0-2, lost 22-25 and 23-25. They are in Mount Vernon tonight.
Game point for the Warriors. Misplayed initial first touch. Beautiful backhanded backward shot there by the Warriors. Burks with a nice well-placed bump. That spike is long for the game. Buse again just a tad too much on it, and a dominant 25-9 victory in game number 2 by the Warriors to tie us up at a game apiece.
Hello, my name is Sean Kroll, and I've been a part of the Indiana SRN family for the last 9 years. Last year, we streamed a record 326 sporting events around Central Indiana. All the other guys broadcast basketball and football, but we at Indiana SRN also air volleyball, softball, baseball, and even golf. But we need your help. To continue our mission, please help us by contacting Coach at indianasrn.org. Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game.
Parents, do you like free food? Hike it on over to Prodigy Burger and Bar, where Monday is family night and kids eat free. Every day you can find daily specials featuring craft burgers, tacos, wings, and more. Prodigy is now playing the NFL Sunday Ticket on more than 25 TVs, so you won't miss a second of your favorite teams. Prodigy also caters, hosts private events, as well as dine and donates. Celebrate your school spirit with us at Prodigy Burger and Bar. More than just burgers, located in Clay Terrace in Carmel.
YouTube.com, search Indian SRN and hit that subscribe button so you never miss an upcoming game.
You know, the official is showing me his little face mask, and I think he got a gator, a nice little pink gator, and he looks pretty good. There's Todd. There's one of the other officials. Got to take it off to the officials, take their hat off. You know, they're working just like we are, and we need them, and we need officials very, very badly. If you'd like to be an Indiana High School Athletic Association official, contact Sandra Walters at the IHSAA office, and she would be lovely to hear your voice, and she'd get you set up.
That's the Coach Keith Myers. I'm Jimmy Cook back here at the Lawrence Armory. We're tied at 1 game apiece. Indy Genesis taking game number 1, 25-20. Meanwhile, Covenant Christian dominating game number 2, 25-9. A true just tale of two games for the Warriors in this match.
You know, it's best of 5. I'm going to say we're going to go 4.
This has all the makings to me of a 5-set match. So
of course you would say that because you love volleyball. And you don't have to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
The latter and the former are both true.
Here we go.
Service belongs to Nodder to open up game number 3, and that's out on the return by Indy Genesis. 1-0. Warriors picking up right where they left off in game number 2.
You know, they kept Brew into the front line. Let's see if that will make a difference.
Nodder trying to make it 2 aces in a row. Will be.
How about that?
Great start for the Warriors.
I have heard that her mom takes her in the backyard and practices her serve every day. And her dad tries to retrieve it and can't because they're all aces.
Nodder, overhand service. This one will be returned, and it's beautifully played that time by Brew. More Brew chance from the Warrior faithful. 3-0. All Covenant Christian.
Pretty impressive, huh?
Very much so. Nodder again. That one, a let serve, gets it to go.
You don't know how tough that is, Jimmy. I try to coach that way. I used to put a rubber band up on the arrow, the tennis, yep. And you had to serve in between them. It is really tough.
Of these 5 points for Covenant Christian, 3 of them aces for Katie Nodder. Rolling right along with her Covenant Christian squad. They go outside, and that's diving to make the play was Nodder. Doing a little bit of everything here. What a play by Nodder. What a finish by Newport. 6-0. If you're Coach Cox, how long before you regroup with a timeout?
I'll be calling a timeout right now.
I'm with you.
You know, Anthony Yali would always tell you if you're down 4-0, you take a timeout and you just got to stop the bleeding.
Well, they dodge one there as Nodder can't continue the string of good luck. That one into the net. Stops the bleeding briefly, and Shearer will be serving for Indy Genesis. Micaiah takes a couple dribbles. Initially played low on the set. Here come the Warriors. Nice play to Brew. Beautiful misdirection there. Sarah Brew, dominant throughout. 7-1, Warriors. Coach, have you noticed anything specifically that's changed between the Warriors? I mean, obviously the unforced errors aren't there as much, but it's a lot of different pacing and confidence there.
More confidence, yeah, a lot more confidence.
Service by Bella Dart. Counterattack by the Warriors, and I believe they're going to say contact with the net was made by Covenant Christian. Makes it 7-2.
You know, these are games where, you know, as a coach, you think you could come in and do very, very well and try to get a win. And when your team doesn't respond to that, you have to do something to change that up, something you say in the huddle, something to make them aware that this is a game you need to go get.
They play outside. Is Indy Genesis. The Warriors on their counter. That shot is in the net. Just misplayed slightly by Hannah Crane, the senior. Makes it a 4-point game.
Then on the other hand, as Indy Genesis, you're a coach that says, okay, they're going to come in and think they're going to beat you. You got to go out and get it. And they did that the first game. They went out and attacked very quickly. So
used shots, a let serve, well read by Dart. That shot is in the net, though. Second straight in the net spike.
And then you got to come back 7-4.
A little noise being made by Indy Genesis and from their faithful in attendance. Serving is Audrey Buse. Overhand serve. Took a bad ricochet, and they can't get it over. Unforced errors coming back against the Warriors here over the last couple of points. It's 7-5, and now all of a sudden you wonder when you call timeout on Coach Benke.
Yeah.
I would say if you lose the lead, if it gets to 8-7, that one is just wide. It's not having to worry about that as the lead's back to 3.
Yeah, you want to try to keep those in your pocket, that's for sure.
In rotation, it'll be Elizabeth Schaefer coming back as Abby Langford takes a seat. Danny Newport, the sophomore, serving. 8-5 your score, tied at 1 game apiece. That service is an ace. Well played right at the back line. Make it 9-5 now, lead back to 4. Newport receives directions from the coaching staff. Takes a couple dribbles, running jump serve. That might be another ace, so just played well on that return shot by Drook. And there's Brew again.
Nope.
Oh, excuse me. That is
Dart.
Evie Dart there.
Sharing some time now. There's your timeout.
Finally taken by Coach Cox. We'll take one as well. Evie Dart with a nice spike there. Bumps the lead back to 5. 10-5 your score. Tied at 1 apiece. It's Warrior TV, powered by Indiana SRN.
Life comes at you fast, so it's important to have some help along the way.
My favorite patient. My favorite patient.
When the dust settles, it doesn't always end as anticipated. Embrace the journey and care for the ones around you.
My favorite patient.
For everything else and every stage in between,
my favorite patient.
Methodist Sports Medicine is here for you.
Don't miss a second of the action. mash that subscribe button. Have you not done it already? Go to youtube.com, search Indiana SRN. Click subscribe and never miss an upcoming game.
Nice play.
Play in front of the net that time by Schaefer.
It's a wonderful, it's a great day for volleyball, isn't it? How about this?
5 on that ace. Well done by the Warriors.
How about this weather? It's been pretty cool the last couple of days, huh?
It really has been, right?
Really nice.
Mellowed down a little bit. We grilled out the other night. Wonderful. That serve does not get over the net.
Don't need the air conditioner at night. Kind of like it. And volleyball and football. Look at this. High school football starts tomorrow.
It's insane. Service belongs to Indy Genesis. That's a point for them. There's that serve. And it's an ace. Indy Genesis starting to make a little bit of noise. A lot of confidence like that will get you rolling.
There's our games this week on Friday Night Football. Powered by Indiana SRN.
Attica and Frontier, Mount Vernon and Noblesville, Roncalli Southport. I'll have your Shenandoah-Cecina broadcast.
Jennings County and Covenant Christian. Some big games. And I tell you what, some big matchups early in week 1. Let's pray that we get to play the whole entire season.
What a time. Will Smith serves in the net. 13-9. Things starting to go a little bit back the other way for the Warriors, in need of a bit of a momentum swing as Jay Burke serves.
You need about 4 points right here.
Burke's overhand serve. Received by Dart. That spike is down with authority. Nice shot there by Evie Dart, the sister of Bella, and the freshman doing some work there. Makes it 14-9. 11 points away are the Warriors from taking a commanding 2-1 lead in this pivotal Game 3. Dart service. Let's serve. Good quick hand-eye there by Lorimore. Saved it would have been an ace. Still is, though. They didn't get it over to the net and play. So nice ace there by Dart. Makes it 15-9. 6-point lead. 10 away are the Warriors. Dart, little running jump serve. Received by Indy Genesis. They try to get it over. They do. Dart with the bump. They'll set opposite outside. Return shot. Dart there to make the play. Outside. Well played shot in the back line where nobody was home.
Nodder on the play. I tell you what, their rotation is much crisper.
The rotation's crisper. You can feel like the focus is up a little bit more. And like we talked about, just the confidence is brimming by these Warriors. There's Dart there to make a play. One hit to get it over. Well done by Brew, but they're going to say no.
Must have went between the antennas. Mr. President walked in the door.
The great Jerry Collins.
Yep.
Keeping us afloat across all of our family of networks on Indiana SRN.
I wonder if he wants to give it a shot at doing play-by-play.
He's welcome to if he'd like. Though if I recall, the master himself told me that he had no interest in, he tried doing a color/play-by-play once, and
it did not work very well.
He decided to hang it up. But I believe I called a volleyball or basketball game with him last year.
Yes,
I thought
you
he did fine.
Basketball game.
Yeah, thought he did fine. And that was another unforced error there. Sodal tried to get a paw on it. It happened in game number 2. So that'll be an ace for Elizabeth Schaefer. Makes it 18-10. Conversation had between Drook and one of the referees. You got to wonder if that pause kind of messed up the
rhythm
and setup of Schaefer's serve. Went right into the net. Lorimore will serve for Indy Genesis. They trail by 7. Overhand serve is long. Dart with a rough initial touch. One to get it over. Brew does just that. Stayed calm and patient at the Warriors. Setup shot. Takes a ricochet. Well played there by Shear. They're back within 6. 18-12. Lorimore, overhand service. Dart receives it. Outside they go. That's Spike. Falling back to keep that alive. Nice dig by Indy Genesis. Here come the Warriors. Dart works over to Nodder. That shot is just in. Rode the sideline to keep it in on the corner. Lead back to 7. Warriors 6 points away.
Nice little backdoor shot. She read the defense very, very well. They moved over, maybe 2 steps over more than what they needed to do, Jimmy. And she saw that movement and planted that ball just right.
Again, all these are types of shots that we would not have seen from the Warriors a year ago. Beautiful finesse shot that time by Micaiah Shear. She's starting to get a little bit of a rhythm. 19-13, 6-point game. Shear will have the service.
Now you're into Indy Genesis. You put your tall girl in the front row, number 16, Jay Burks.
Overhand serve received by Dart. Soft touch shot by Newport. Dart sets it up again. That time a quick finesse shot, misdirection by Nodder. She had it set up, ready to roll. Got away with it. Makes it 20-13. 5 points away are the Warriors. The libero, Bella Dart, serving. Overhand shot. It takes a left bounce and goes over.
And that's the third one tonight.
21-13, lead now 8, 4 points away from taking a 2-1 lead.
As a coach, that just stops your heart.
Just a deep gasp. The 2 aces in a row. It is. Dart rolling. Warriors rolling. 3 points away from a Game 3 dub.
I tell you what, she hit that ladder pretty hard. Toby moved about 2 inches.
Had to hold on for a second, brace himself. Dart's service just wide. So window still open for Indy Genesis. They need a tiny bit of a run. See if it can start with Audrey Buse from the outside. Buse service in the net. 23-14.
Got her on the toss.
Yep.
Probably a little bit, got to get up there a little bit higher.
Danny Newport set to serve. That's an ace.
Well, they're a point away here, Jimmy.
Game point. It's in Danny Newport's hands. Make this a 2-1 lead. And now a timeout taken by Indy Genesis to regroup. We'll take one as well. 24-14 your score. We'll be back in a minute on Indy and SRM.
Welcome back to Lawrence
Armory.
Yeah.
That's the coach, Keith Myers. I'm Jimmy Cook. 24-14 your score. We've given a lot of love to our sponsors tonight, so we'll be sure to get more from them in game number 4. Right now, though, here in game 3, Coach, the Warriors continue their dominant performance in now back-to-back games, and the sophomore Danny Newport serving for Game 3.
And while we have this second real quick, congratulations to Paul Neidig and the whole entire crew of the Indiana High School Athletic Association, all the commissioners getting together. High school sports have been played this week. A lot of people didn't think that would ever happen. Good job, Paul. Appreciate your efforts there.
Tip of the cap to them, and there's the game. Danny Newport gets it done on the service just out of the outstretched hands of, I believe it was either Jay Burks or Audrey Buse. Either way, it's an ace for Newport to end game number 3. 25-14 your final there.
Now what you got to do at Covenant Christian, now what you have to do is you got to finish strong here. You got to finish very, very strong and finish it up to get this win. So you just got to keep working. If you notice, and maybe you're new to the game, we have not switched sides at all this year. This year you stay on the side where you start. Unless it gets to Game 5, that's the only time that it changes if the home team wants it to change. If not, you just stay where you are.
Now, I tried to suggest to you, which you told me was ludicrous and borderline heresy, that why not have the players still switch sides to the other side of the floor, and that way you add a new element of the challenge of coaching where you have to yell like the other sports do, where you don't have your defense on your side of the floor. You got to yell a little bit. Use your stage voice.
Now, I told you during lunch, it's because it's volleyball. Come on.
I understand. We'll step away briefly. When we come back, we will have what could be a deciding Game 4 as the Covenant Christian Warriors lead it 2-1. You're watching War TV, powered by Indiana SRN.
How does a good man become even better? By working out? Or by working his way up the corporate ladder? By changing his diet? Or by changing his style? By traveling the world? Or by staying perfectly still? For 300 years, we've helped good men become the best versions of themselves through a dedicated fraternity and by taking an oath to live a life of integrity, service, and brotherly love. Men who are as committed to each other and their families as they are to our noble cause. In the end, we don't just make men better, we make them Masons. Not just a man, a Mason.
Welcome back to Lawrence Armory. Jimmy Cook alongside the coach, Keith Myers. Indy Genesis taking on Covenant Christian. The Warriors in their second game of the season looking for their first W on the schedule. Meanwhile, Indy Genesis, their home opener and season opener.
Update here from Mount Vernon High School. Heritage Christian comes back and wins set number 3, 26-24. How about these scores? 22-25, 23-25, 26-24. Heritage Christian still in the game.
I'll tell you what, the last thing I would want to have is a Heritage Christian squad down 2-0. Because if there's any team that can rally back from a big deficit,
that's
that team. 1-0 after the service by the Warriors was returned and dropped right in front of the back line of the Warriors. Service belongs to Micaiah Shear, the first lead for Indy Genesis since Game 1. To then capitalize with some momentum. Burke, soft finesse shot, leaks it 2-0. Micaiah Shear set to serve. He's had some nice ones as the night's gone on. Darts there for the communication. One to get it over. And it does just that. Well played that time by Danny Newport. Makes it 2-1, puts the Warriors on the board. It'll give Katie Notter some service, and it'll rotate in Lily Kolthoff for Willow Smith. Notter, overhand service. Played by Laura Moore. One bump to get it over. They do that. Set shot and the spike would not go down. One more chance to do it. Indy Genesis does. Play in front of the net. Oh, just got over on that play by Notter. I don't know what her end goal was. And that time, Buse gets it over. You might remember, Coach, there was a play in game one where Buse had that same look, a straight diagonal shot right where the camera was. She went two hands with it, had too much on it. It went out that time, just one paw there. Well played. Gets the point.
Yep, very good play.
Buse overhand service is an ace.
Covenant Christian next game will be their invitational on Saturday. It's like 6-team invitational. And then Tuesday, they play Roncalli at home on Indiana SRN.
At the new Woodshed or whatever the
No, it's at Covenant Christian.
Oh, sorry, you said Roncalli. At Covenant Christian.
Yes.
So it'll be a road test for Roncalli. And the Warriors, you thought for a second maybe they might be riding a little bit of momentum going into their invitational tournament. But right now, Indy Genesis having other plans in mind, saying there's plenty of match left. They lead 5-1. Counterattack. That spike is well defended by Burks, but it's out.
Oh, my goodness.
And a point for Covenant Christian.
That's a pretty tough call.
And just hit the line.
It did hit the line.
Well, the Warriors will take it, and it'll be service for Bella Dart.
They need it.
Running serve. Good track down by Buis. Burks, floater finesse shot. That time the Warriors ready for it. Notter sets up a shot from Dart. One hit to get it over. Her sister Bella does that. The rally continues. Soft play. One hit this time by Newport. Good move there by Shear. But it was a high arcing shot that was misplayed slightly by Druk.
It also hit the ceiling.
It did, you're right. That'll mess up your timing just a tad.
It sure will, because you don't know what it's going to do.
Brings the Warriors back within 2 here in game number 4. Again, the Warriors lead it 2-1. Dart's service straight to the middle of the back line. Burks blocked initially. Powered through, though. Outside they go. Koltoff, soft set shot. Indy Genesis does one of their own. That time it was Newport who found the back line and an opening.
Tell you what, I thought they were going to go opposite side, but they found a link there, and I think Coach Binky thought it was going to go on the other side.
Dart service. Shear got a hand on it, and that one just straight into the net by Ludlow.
Now this is the run that Covenant Christian needs right here.
You got punched in the mouth early on here in this 4th game. You withstood that momentum swing from Indy Genesis. Can you now turn it into a extended run of your own? Dart service received by Shear. Setting up Buis. That's long.
Wow.
6-5. Warriors starting to regroove.
Yeah, you do not need that big of a hit there. All you need to do right now, you just need a dink, 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 dink.
Whether it's tennis, whether it's volleyball, you name it, any sport where there's an opportunity to use a lot of power, sometimes you set yourself up for a nice, beautiful shot, and you get a little too excited.
Yep.
Just airmail it. The Warriors send that one into the net, makes it 6-6. Overhand serve. Dart receives. They set up Evie Dart, her sister, and she gets it down. That'll be Danny Newport serving again. 1 point advantage for the Warriors. Newport receives the all clear. Couple dribbles, overhand serve is an ace. Been a couple beautiful aces tonight from Newport.
Shear that time has to move you got to move your feet. You can't just lean. Got to move your feet
Active
again,
hands, active feet all around. You can't be stationary.
But that ball is definitely moving as well. That's a tough play.
Newport service. Returned, then sent back again. Burks. And that one's into the net by Koltoff.
Set was not as proper as it should have been. A little bit higher would have been a better play here.
Back and forth we go here in game number 4. Jay Burks takes a couple hard swats at it on the dribble. Running jump serve. Dart's got it. Blocked. Solid move there by Shear. We're tied at 8. And the momentum starting to shift back with Indy Genesis.
Both of them have a great front line.
Oh, yeah.
They play very well.
That'll take you places. We got a solid group up front. Burks lost that one.
I tell you what, the league that the homeschool Indy Genesis, I like what the athletic director is trying to do, trying to make them really competitive. But in their league, they're probably going to be one of the top 3 or 4 teams in the homeschool division. And this does nothing but help, and great scheduling on the part of the athletic director.
It's your whole point of your season schedule. You're doing yourself a disservice if you're not setting yourself up with opponents that are going to challenge you. Obviously, from a morale standpoint, as that's a nice play there by Evie Dart, from a morale standpoint, you don't want to have a schedule that's too tough where you lose every game. But on the other side, if you're having cupcake games the whole way, how are you going to get ready for tournament time?
Yep, and you definitely had a big crowd tonight, so that's a big advantage to you as well.
Well, we want to take a moment to thank all of you watching wherever you may be this Indiana SRN broadcast. It's Warrior TV powered by Indiana SRN. Happy to be partnered with so many different schools. Coach, that list has grown even from the last year, has it not?
Yeah, we're up to 14 and growing. And, again, as you mentioned today, if you're an athletic director or a fan out there that's watching this on YouTube or on the web, and you have a team that you would like to put on web TV or internet radio, contact us at Coach at Indiana SRN. We'll be happy to work with your schedule. Got a call from Indianapolis Cathedral tonight. Looks like we're going to probably be doing some volleyball and soccer game for Indianapolis Cathedral in a couple of weeks. So it should be an interesting week or so.
And for those that don't know, if you're new to the broadcast, that's Coach at indianasrn.org.
Yes. Thank you. Sorry about that.
No problem. Just want to make sure that all that contact info goes to the right place. Willow Smith will be serving for the Warriors. They lead it 10-8, and they lead the best of 5, 2-1. Nice overhand diagonal serve. Counter strike by Indy Genesis. That almost won the basket.
That would have been a 3.
Yeah,
boom, baby.
There you go. Makes it a 1-point ball game, and the officials are having a conversation.
Because he's thinking that they could maybe be able to play that, and they're going to replay this. Good call by the official. That is rim interference. How about that? Something new in the book. And that's a clear judgment call by the guy up on the ladder. But as he explained to the fans, if that rim or backboard was not there.
Now to play devil's advocate here, I don't have a dog in this fight.
Jimmy.
But in any other sport, in any other field, that would just be home field event. You have to know the conditions of the field, have to know the conditions of the court, and you have to play to your environment. Is that just going to tell me to be quiet? Is that all that is?
No, it's volleyball.
Oh, okay, I understand. Well, either way, the momentum has kind of shifted a little bit. It's 10-9.
Gene Kessinger, if you're listening to the broadcast, email Jimmy Cook at Indiana SRN, will you please?
I don't have an Indiana SRN email.
I'll make sure you get one.
I appreciate that. Overhand service. And to be clear, that's not me critiquing the officials. They handled that perfectly. They explained everything to both you, the folks at home, and our fans and coaches in attendance. I just think it's odd. Return shot is partially blocked, but not enough to get it over the net, or get it back over the net, I should say, as Buse ties us at 10.
You notice the player went after the ball, though,
That's good. It's important.
There you go.
It's a foolproof system here.
Yes, sir.
With the rules and regulations.
There you go. Force every rule.
Maddeningly inconsistent.
Ludlow serving.
Hannah Ludlow overhand service to break this 10-10 tie. Dart's there for it. Play in front of the net. They set up Nodder. Return strike. It gets over 2 bumps and just a little bit too much, or not enough on that initial bump. But momentum shifting to Indy Genesis.
Got to set the ball there.
Yep. It's 11-10. Ludlow serving again. Darts there. 2 bumps. They get it this time. They do indeed. Run to perfection. Nodder puts it away.
This is going back and forth the whole entire night.
Ties at 11. Definitely the closest back and forth we've had on a game since game number 1. 2 and 3 were pretty much smooth sailing there by the Warriors. Service by Evie Dart. 1 to get it over. Blocked initially. Secondary effort. Now they go back. Buies blocked. Kept alive, though. What an effort there by Indy Genesis. Soft touch and 2 hits. What a momentum swing. All the freshman JV in the bench there for Indy Genesis loved that because that looked like it was a surefire put away by the Warriors, and they stuck with it. 12-11 your score. 1 point lead for Indy Genesis. Service belongs to Lorimore. And that's played riskily, but it does get over the net. Drook gives to Buies. They're ready for that one. Outside, and it's just long on the shot from Schaefer. 13-11, largest lead for Indy Genesis
since the first game of the match.
I believe they did have a 3-point lead in the early goings of this game, so I'll correct myself and you at the same time. Overhand return shot, I should say, is just out of the paw of Sodrell. And that'll help the Warriors regain service and try to put together a little run of their own, down 1. Genesis has to get it over, and they just send it in the net. So that's a little 2-0 run, ties at 13. Service continues now for the junior, Elizabeth Schaefer. Warriors lead this 2-1, searching for their first victory of the season. That one just a tad low. Bad read on it, 14-13. And now Jay Burks will check back in for Indy Genesis. Sodrell sub out. Service belongs to Micaiah Shear. Operates in the middle for the Genesis. Overhand serve. That's well played initially. 1 paw on it there by Lorimore, but it ricocheted off there. Ties at 14. Back and forth, a teeter-totter like game here in game number 4, Coach.
I tell you what, they're a different team with Brew on the floor. Totally different
Her
team.
tenacity.
Yes.
Carries them to another level, I agree. And that just went in. A little miscommunication there by Shear and the rest of the back line. It's an ace for Katie Nodder. 15-14, 10 points away are the Warriors. Nodder, overhand service. She strung together a couple nice aces last game. That shot is blocked. Well read by the Warriors. Set up by Brew. It's in. Found the back line. 16-14. 2-point advantage for the Warriors. And there's that energy from Brew again. Nodder, overhand. Read by Lorimore. 1 to get it over. She does, but it's out. 17-14, a little 3-point cushion.
The other extra step, force that ball to get out. If you got to stay still to make that play.
Had too much momentum behind her. Service by Nodder. It's an ace.
How about that?
Well, we talked about it. She put together a couple aces and a couple strong points in that third game, doing so in game number 4 as well. 18-14. We'll step out briefly. 7 points away are the Warriors from taking the match. You're watching Warriors TV, powered by Indiana SRN.
Life Centers offers love and compassion to all women and men who come through our 8 centers. The goal of this love and compassion is that we would not only save babies from abortion, but also transform lives and create families. The forms of this love and compassion are our services. All of our services are offered free of charge to our clients. To learn more about Life Centers, contact us at lifecenters.com or call us at 317-280-2635. Life Centers. We choose compassion.
Don't miss a second of the action. Hit the subscribe button on youtube.com/IndyandSRN and never miss an upcoming game. 4-point advantage for the Warriors. Service belongs to Katie Notter. Her serve gets over the net. Return shot is partially blocked. And they're going to say that Danny Newport was in the net, they say.
And Danny's saying, I can't jump that high, ref.
I don't know what they wanted from her there. I will say I didn't like that one. Audrey Buse, her service. One to get it over. Dart does that. Lorimore. They set up Burks. Nice misdirection. Well read there by Notter. Outside. Holthoff. Puts it down. 19-15. 4-point advantage for the Warriors. 6 points away from putting the icing on this victory cake. Notter's service. It's an ace. Make that Dart service, excuse me. Bella Dart rolling along with her teammate Katie Notter. Both have been excellent when service came to them.
Windows are closing very quickly on Indy Genesis.
You're not wrong there. Dart. Received by the back line. Ludlow. Dart's there. Great play. Kept it alive. All started there by Dart. That took a ricochet, and they lost it. It hit the beam, and that all starts by the libero effort from Dart. Indy Genesis folk upset that the rim, which is at stationary level, that a young lady, if athletic enough, could dunk on that, versus the ceiling, which is only reachable if you have a cherry picker.
Yep.
22-15 your score.
But it's a good try by the coach to do that, just to see what he could do.
I thought it was apparent. It was the coach.
No, it was the coach.
Then the tip of the cap to him.
No, if it was apparent, I don't think that would be
there would
even,
be no engagement
no,
there on that
not at all.
conversation.
No.
22-15, 3 points away are the Warriors. Dart service. Received on the back line. Overhand shot. Slight miscommunication. Kolthoff shot is long. 6-point game. Indy Genesis, their room for error is minuscule at best, but they have control of their own fate now as Naomi Drook has the service. What does Indy Genesis have left in the tank? Drook's service. Well read. Setting up shot. Beautiful shot there by Dart, the freshman. Evie got it done there. Makes it 23-16. Two points away. Danny Newport controls. She's had some good serves tonight as well. That service is clean. Received by Shear. Burke shot. It's a set shot, and Dart's there to make a play on it.
Oh, my goodness.
Kept it alive. Burks wants it again. She's blocked. What an effort. Burks called for it. She was met by, I believe that was Dart there on the block.
Notter saved that day for you right there.
Yep.
Game point.
Both Notter and Dart, and now Newport serving for the game and the match. Danny Newport's service. One hit to get it over, and slight miscommunication there by Drook in the back line. Gives Covenant Christian the game, the match, and their first win of the season. That puts them at 500-1-1, 25-16 your final in game number 4.
Scores 25-20 Indy Genesis, 25-9, 25-14, 25-16 Covenant Christian. A game that took 1 hour and 43 minutes to play, and a standing room only crowd right here, and a great game. Don't forget to join us Friday night as you see all our producers and directors right there. Don't forget to tip your waitresses when you're at the restaurant. And, Jimmy, we'll see you Friday night.
Coach, real quick before we step away, this is a completely different, at least from confidence and momentum, Covenant Christian team than from a year ago. From seeing them multiple times, I don't know if last year's team would have been able to rally back from a 1-0 deficit or hold the tide strong during Indy Genesis's rally here in game number 4. This is a different ball club, and props to Brooke Banky for rallying her group together, and a lot of the upperclassmen tonight as well stepping up.
Going to be a lot of fun in volleyball. We got a lot more in store for you. Check out our website, indianasrn.org.
That's the coach, Keith Myers, for our producer, Riley Thomason. I'm Jimmy Cook. Again, our final tonight, Covenant Christian best Indy Genesis, 3-2. And until we talk to you next time and tomorrow night for all of our Friday Night Football action, so long, everybody.